How often do you think about your heart health? Are you aware of the risks of cardiovascular disease? Well, let's dive into the heart of the matter. Cardiovascular diseases, encompassing coronary heart disease and stroke, claim the top spot as the leading cause of death in the United States. Particularly at risk are Blacks and Hispanics in underserved communities. It's a sobering reality, isn't it? But there's good news. Cardiovascular disease is largely preventable. Stay tuned to learn how you can keep your heart beating strong. Heart Smarts, a health program, is here to empower you to live a heart-healthy lifestyle. This program is not just about information, but about transformation. It offers a comprehensive approach to help you understand and achieve heart health. Heart Smarts is committed to reducing the incidence of cardiovascular disease, the leading cause of death in the United States. The program focuses on underserved communities where the risk of heart disease and stroke is greatest. Through education and empowerment, Heart Smarts aims to turn the tide on these statistics. It's a call to action, a call to change, a call to live healthier, longer lives. Heart Smarts is about arming you with the knowledge and tools you need to make heart-smart choices every day. It's about the power of prevention and the promise of a healthier future. Remember, Heart Smarts is not just a program, it's a life-changing journey. It's about taking control of your health, one heartbeat at a time. But don't just take our word for it. Listen to these stories from people who have benefited from Heart Smarts. Imagine being told you're at risk for heart disease, a leading cause of death in the United States. Now picture having the knowledge and tools to combat that risk head-on. For people like Maria, a single mother from an underserved community, Heart Smarts was a beacon of hope. The program informed decisions about her heart health, ultimately reducing her risk of cardiovascular diseases. And then there's John, a middle-aged man who was once a prisoner of his poor lifestyle choices. For him, Heart Smarts was not just a program, but a lifesaver. It opened his eyes to the risks he was taking and gave him the push he needed to commit to a healthier lifestyle. These are not just testimonials, they are life-changing stories. Stories of empowerment, resilience, and triumph over heart disease. These are real stories from real people who have seen the impact of Heart Smarts in their lives. Are you ready to be the next success story? Your heart health is in your hands, and with Heart Smarts, you have the power to make a difference. It's time to take that first step towards a healthier lifestyle, a step that could redefine your future. Heart Smarts is not just an ally, it's a beacon, guiding you to make informed decisions for your heart health. So why wait? The path to a healthier heart is just a click away. You'll find the link to Heart Smarts right down in the description below. Start your journey towards a healthier heart today with Heart Smarts.
Scene script. Have you ever heard of a bird that prefers to walk rather than fly? A parrot that prefers nightlife to day activities? That's the kakapo for you. Welcome to the intriguing world of the kakapo, a unique parrot unlike any other. This fascinating species calls the stunning landscapes of New Zealand home. Unlike most of its feathered kin, the kakapo embraces the night, making it a nocturnal bird. But that's not where the uniqueness ends. Consider this, a parrot that doesn't fly. Yes, the kakapo, with its strong legs, prefers to explore its environment on foot. It's an incredible deviation from what we typically expect from a bird, especially a parrot. This peculiar bird has a lot more to offer than its nocturnal tendencies and grounded lifestyle. It's celebrated for its friendly personality, which we'll explore more in the coming segments. Join us as we delve into the fascinating life of this friendly, nocturnal parrot. Imagine being a bird, yet never soaring through the sky. That's a day in the life of a kakapo. Now let's delve into the daily grind of these fascinating creatures. As the sun dips below the horizon and the moon takes the stage, the world of the kakapo comes alive. Being nocturnal, these birds are night owls, quite literally. When other birds are tucking their heads under their wings, the kakapo is just beginning its day. The kakapo might not be able to fly, but it's got its own unique way of getting around. It's a master climber, using its strong legs to clamber up trunks and branches. And when it's time to get down, the kakapo doesn't just hop or fall, it parachutes. Spreading its wings and leaning back, it floats down to the ground, a perfect landing every time. It's a bird that's found its own way to fly, in a manner of speaking. Now, you might be wondering what keeps a kakapo fueled for all this nighttime activity. Their diet is as unique as they are. Preferring a vegetarian lifestyle, kakapos munch on native plants, seeds, fruits, pollen, and even the wood of trees. They've got a particular fondness for roots and tubers, using their strong beaks to dig them up. And when it's breeding season, they switch gears to feast on the protein-rich Rimu fruit. Living a solitary lifestyle, each kakapo has its own territory, which can span up to several kilometers. They reside in the lush, verdant forests of New Zealand, making their homes in holes or under the roots of trees. To mark their territory, they leave behind a trail of distinctive, sweet-smelling dung. It's a bit like leaving a calling card, except it's a lot more organic. Despite their solitary nature, kakapos aren't complete hermits. When it comes to mating, the males put on quite the show. They create a series of low-frequency booms by inflating like a balloon and deflating, a unique serenade to attract the females. This booming can go on for hours and can be heard up to several kilometers away. It's a bit like a singles bar, but for birds. And there you have it, a day in the life of a kakapo. From its nocturnal habits to its unique way of getting around, its diet and habitat, the kakapo is a bird that's truly one of a kind. It's a testament to how nature can adapt and thrive, no matter the circumstances. Despite their inability to fly, kakapos have adapted to live a fulfilling and interesting life. The kakapo is not your average parrot, and it has several unique characteristics that set it apart. Let's dive right in, shall we? Picture this: a parrot that can't fly. Yes, you heard that right. The kakapo, unlike its feathered cousins, is a flightless bird. But don't let that fool you into thinking it's any less fascinating. In fact, it's this very trait that contributes to its charm. It compensates for its lack of flight with strong legs that make it an extraordinary climber and a proficient hiker. Now, the kakapo isn't just a non-flying parrot, it's also the world's heaviest parrot. Weighing up to 9 pounds, it's about the same weight as a healthy newborn baby. This weighty attribute is due to the kakapo's dense bones and thick feathers, which keep it warm in the cool New Zealand climate. Speaking of feathers, the kakapo's plumage is a sight to behold. It's a blend of mossy greens and earthy browns, a perfect camouflage that keeps it hidden from predators in the dense New Zealand forests. And when it feels threatened, the kakapo can freeze and blend into its surroundings, becoming virtually invisible. But perhaps the most fascinating characteristic of the kakapo is its longevity. In the wild, these friendly birds can live up to 90 years. That's right, 90 years. That's longer than most humans, and definitely longer than any other bird species. This extended lifespan is thought to be related to the kakapo's slow metabolism and low-stress lifestyle. Moreover, the kakapo has a unique mating call, a deep, resonant boom that can be heard up to 5 kilometers away. This sound, known as booming, is produced by males during the breeding season to attract females. Lastly, don't forget their nocturnal lifestyle. These birds prefer the cover of darkness, and their large eyes help them navigate through the night with ease. All these unique characteristics make the kakapo a truly special bird. Now, isn't that something to squawk about? Despite being a bird of the night, the kakapo is known for its friendly and sociable personality. This is not a characteristic you might expect from a creature that spends most of its time lurking in the shadows. Yet, these flightless parrots have a reputation for their amiable disposition, which is quite unusual for a wild bird. The kakapo's gentle nature is often attributed to its long history of living without any natural land predators on the secluded islands of New Zealand. This has led to the kakapo developing a sense of curiosity rather than fear when it comes to humans. Imagine walking through the dense forests of New Zealand and having a fluffy owl-like bird waddle up to you with its bright, inquisitive eyes shining in the moonlight. That's a kakapo for you, fearless, friendly, and full of surprises. Their sociability extends beyond humans. Kakapos have been known to playfully interact with each other, engaging in what can only be described as avian frolics. Their playfulness is not limited to their fellow feathered friends. They've been known to play with objects they find in their environment, showing a level of curiosity and intelligence that is truly remarkable. But it's not just their playfulness that makes them endearing. Kakapos are also known for their vocal sounds, a unique blend of booms and chings that they use to communicate. These sounds, combined with their friendly disposition, make them one of the most charming and captivating creatures of the night. These nocturnal parrots are not just friendly, they're ambassadors of their species, their behavior offering a unique insight into a world we rarely get to see. It's through their interactions that we learn more about them, their habits, their personalities, and their unique way of life. Their friendly and curious nature is yet another reason why kakapos are such fascinating creatures. In a world filled with species that shy away from human contact, the kakapo stands out. It's a testament to the wonders of nature, reminding us that even in the darkness there can be friendliness, curiosity, and an undeniable charm. Now that we've learned about the kakapo's life and personality, let's take a look at some interesting facts about this remarkable bird. Firstly, the kakapo is not just any parrot. It's the heaviest parrot in the world. Most parrots are light enough to fly through the skies, but not the kakapo. Weighing in at up to 9 pounds, this bird is a ground dweller, using its strong legs to get around. But that's not the only thing that sets the kakapo apart. It's also the world's only nocturnal parrot. Yes, you heard it right. When most birds are heading off to their nests for the night, the kakapo is just waking up, ready to explore under the cover of darkness. And here's a fun fact. Kakapos have a unique way of protecting themselves when threatened. They freeze in place. That's right, they play statue, hoping that potential danger will pass them by. It's not the most dynamic defense mechanism, but it's certainly one of the most endearing. Sadly, the kakapo is critically endangered. There are fewer than 200 of these charming birds left in the wild. But don't lose heart. There are dedicated teams of conservationists working tirelessly to ensure the survival of the kakapo. These heroes of nature are using innovative techniques like artificial insemination and supplementary feeding to boost the kakapo's numbers. One of the most successful conservation efforts is taking place on predator-free islands off the coast of New Zealand. Here, kakapos are free to live and breed without the threat of invasive species. The result? A slow but steady increase in the kakapo population. And finally, the kakapo's lifespan is nothing short of amazing. In an environment free of predators and disease, a kakapo can live for over 60 years. That's right, 6 decades. It's one of the longest living birds in the world. The kakapo, with its friendly personality and unique characteristics, truly is a fascinating creature. I hope you've enjoyed learning about this remarkable bird as much as I have.